hate having to lay down the law.
I hate being mean.
I do too.
And I was telling Rick that. I was like, it's so hard being mean constantly.
I'm so damn short. Big boo. It's fine. Oh, I'm not going to tell my story first.
Oh, yeah, you did last week, huh?
Yes, I think, but I just want you to tell yours first. Just in case we have interruptions.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, just, oh my gosh, it looks so much better. Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
We are live, coming to you live.
From the podcast studio.
Revamped, re-soundproofed.
Re-soundproofed.
Hopefully.
Redecorated.
We could use a little bit more soundproof, but, you know, we
want to be completely proofed.
Yeah. We're
from the sound.
Semi-proofed.
We utilized all of our square.
It's like alcohol. Like, it's like 40% proof or whatever.
Yes.
So I'd say we're like 10%, 20% maybe. Say 20, because we got the windows.
Oh,
we got the walls.
windows. The sweat dripping down.
My balls.
Oh, these.
Oh, skeet scoop.
Rick said that we have to take those things down for winter, and I was like, no, we're not. And so he says we need to do that vacuum seal thing.
Yeah.
That people do.
We have some. Well, I think ours is. Yeah, we wouldn't have enough for that window. We have some for small windows.
I don't know how to do it. But
It's not too hard. Josh did it on ours. You literally just like tape it around the window and then
hot gun it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could hairdryer.
A hairdryer.
Yeah.
Okay.
He used a hairdryer.
Yeah, he said we could do that because, which would be fine, but he just doesn't want us to. He doesn't want the moisture.
Oh.
So if you do that, then you don't have the moisture.
Right. Yeah. That's why we did that downstairs. It helped a lot.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Because downstairs gets like, you can feel the air like blowing in through part of the window because it's so old.
Mm-hmm.
But it did make a difference.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be obsessed with this and staring at it the whole time. This is our podcast, What's with the Neighbors? True crime, paranormal, with a dash of neighborhood drama.
Just a dash.
Just
That's
a
Amy.
dash. That's Bree. And this is episode 51. Yay!
51. We are in the 50s now. Next week will be our anniversary episode.
Our anniversary episode.
We're so excited. And
we're going to do so many things for our anniversary episode.
Are we?
Well, we got to open that.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that's all we're doing.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to... Never mind. You'll find out next week.
Well, I mean, I have a gift for you.
I suck. I can't think of anything.
Okay, please don't get me a gift.
But I want to.
Then don't.
Okay. Well, let me just say I have something in mind that I'm going to do. So that's all.
Yay.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I did get you something. When is that going to get here? What the frick?
I don't need more stuff. According to Rick, 90% of the stuff in this house is mine.
Oh, it's definitely not something you need, but you know, it's still cool.
Okay.
Sorry.
You never burp.
I know. I usually save it for afterwards.
How do you save it? It just comes out of me.
I'm drinking Dr. Pepper, so it's getting to me.
Oh.
It's getting to me.
How do you save a burp? Because I don't know how to do that.
Dr. Pepper makes me burp. Beer doesn't really make me burp that much. It is a little bit. Like small burps. This makes me belch.
Like a man.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to give men that credit. Like, I'm a freaking woman. I
like
belch
a woman.
Like a boss, bitch. Sorry.
I do that. I burp like a boss.
I burp like a boss. Belch like a boss.
Do you have a neighborhood story?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Tell me. Oh, yeah. We have a couple of announcements.
Announcements. Make the announcement short and sweet. Make the announcement short and sweet because you're so boring.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The first announcement on What's with the Neighbors Okay. So I was at, what store was I at? I was at Walmart the day before last, or was it yesterday? I can't remember. And like I was looking at these like cleaners and stuff, and there's people like wanting to get right where I was standing. So I stood back. They said, "Excuse me," or I stood back, and they said, "Oh, you're fine." And I said, "That's not what my mother says." And the lady like gave me a weird look and walked away, and she said to her husband, "What is wrong with that lady?" So, fun fact, not everyone has the same sense of humor as me.
What is wrong with that lady?
That's not what my mother says.
Oh, that's funny.
So it was a little embarrassing.
Freaked someone out. They're like, wow, what a weirdo. That the one thing I'm gonna tell you before my story. So
Okay, for your announcement.
yeah. Also, this comes out on 9/11, and we just wanted to say
The victims of 9/11 are in our thoughts and prayers.
yes, and it's still a very tragic event. I wanted to do a story on it
Yeah.
with it, but I just feel like
It's too soon.
it's always
going to be too soon.
Yeah, not in this lifetime at least.
No. I don't know why. It's just still watching like YouTube clips like it just breaks
It's
down
heartbreaking.
bawling.
Yeah.
And like I was talking to Alice about it last year, and because I was like crying, and because I saw something on Facebook, and she's like, "Why are you crying?" And I was like, "Because this terrible thing happened when I was like in 6th grade, and it's still like it affected everybody."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. And it's weird thinking that some people like don't know about it. Like
They don't.
like Alice, like her
Yeah.
generation, like my kids, like they don't know about it.
they don't know about
I
it.
was trying to research it this week and like look into it, and Charlotte's like, "What's that? What are you looking at? What's this video?" And I'm like, "Don't watch it. It's a really sad thing that happened." And I'm like, "Yeah, I can't do this." So
It's so crazy. I got goosebumps talking about it.
yeah,
It will always be something
yes,
that is just awful. And I can't imagine as a parent watching it.
Mm-mm.
Like, and I think maybe that's why, like, when I was younger, I was
it
like,
affects you more now.
yeah, when I was
Yeah.
younger, I was like, wow, that's super sad. But like, I didn't understand the density of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
anyways.
So yeah, shout out to everyone who was ever affected. Shout out. Thoughts and prayers go to everyone who is affected by that, or just everyone. Like, I guess it's a day to be united.
United
So,
and thankful.
Thankful, yes. Yeah. Anyway, Pish
All right.
Posh. It's a paranormal and true crime podcast. I kind of hate myself for bringing that up, but
That's okay.
you can
I
take
think
that
it
out.
was good.
Okay.
Do you have a neighborhood story for me?
I do. So
You can hear them.
I know. Okay, so this was on Nextdoor, and it says Nextdoor is Twitter for old people. And the post is recreational marijuana use. Hi, I'm 52 years old and new to the neighborhood. I am looking for someone who can help me out and get a little pot. Nothing too fancy, just something that I can relax with and ease my arthritis.
Oh my gosh.
And someone commented, "My grandson buys me marijuana."
I love it.
It's like, that's cute.
Aw,
Precious.
Good old grandsons. I actually almost shared that one today.
Oh. Funny.
Okay, so give me a second because I need to, because I had to reprint this out.
Oh, you need to find out your spot.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard because I know what page it is, but That's okay.
Also, I wanted to turn the light on.
It was on.
Was it? Oh, I didn't know if I don't know if Josh has ever seen the studio before.
Oh, that would be fun to have him come over
super
here.
professional.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
They're
good thing we
super
cleaned up.
I know.
Okay, so we all know
Part
that
2.
I'm doing a 3-part series. So if you have not listened to part 1, go back.
Stop. In the name of love. Before
It's
you get
Hammer
too
time.
far into this
Yeah.
episode.
Go back to episode 50 and listen to part 1 because you'll have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So, for those of you that did listen, like the good angels you are, I'm just going to give you a short recap. We're talking about Jodi Arias and the death of Travis Alexander. Jodi, where I stopped was they found that Travis was dead in the shower, and Jodi had like called to like poke around and tell the detectives about their relationship which was pointless. And why would you do that?
That was his ex-girlfriend, right?
Yeah, their ex. So like that was super weird.
The one who was like went over to Mormonism for him.
Yeah,
and,
she converted for him,
but
and everything.
She still
like
did the hanky panky, so he would.
Yeah,
never
after
marry
they broke
her.
up.
Yeah.
So
I went back and listened to the episode just in case.
That was smart. And where I stopped was Detective Flores had called in one of Travis's friends and his wife and said like trying to get to know about his life, and he said, who do you think would do something like this? And they said you need to check into Jodi Arias.
Okay.
So, which a little side note, Rick and I were talking before you came over, and I was looking up a neighborhood story, and I said, do you have a neighborhood story for me? And he's like, no, but have you checked in, listened or looked into the story of the crazy woman from Northern California that went down to Arizona and stabbed her husband a bunch? And I was like, are you talking about Jodi Arias? And he's like, I don't know the name, but I just recently heard about that story.
Are you going to put this in there?
Yeah.
Did you just give something away?
No.
Oh,
yeah. Everyone knows this story.
I didn't.
Oh,
you just give away the ending. Damn
Sorry.
it.
Damn it.
Anyway.
Well, yeah. But it was just kind of crazy because he was like, have you looked into this story? And I was like, I'm doing that story right now. I don't know. I thought it was weird.
You should take out that part.
Okay.
Because I've never heard of this story.
Damn it. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I wasn't thinking.
It's okay.
I was like, I'm going to tell Brie that. You just, yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's fine.
It was pretty clear that it was
fine.
her.
I mean, I was still counting on one of the roommates.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still going to count on that, though, because I don't believe you.
Yeah. Maybe she didn't do it.
Maybe you're trying to trick me.
That could be it.
Anyway.
So, Detective Flores called Jodi back after they told him, you should check into Jodi Arias. So, after getting wind, according to her, she had left Northern California on June 2nd for a PPL convention.
PP.
Sorry, child. But first headed to Southern California to meet with her friends before she went over to
Arizona.
No, Utah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she went to Southern California first, then arrived to Salt Lake City on June 5th for the convention and stayed with her new boyfriend, Ryan Burns, one day after Travis had died.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Especially since they were kind of like serious.
Well, that she has a new boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. So according to Ryan, Jodi arrived at his house on June 5th, 2008, and she was like super happy, super excited to see him. However, one thing that struck him as odd was that she was no longer blonde. She had dyed her hair brown, which was like weird.
Okay. Oh, this was before he died.
No,
he
this
died
is
on
the
June
new
7th, didn't he?
He died on where did my paper?
Or was he found on June 7th? Or June 9th?
He no, this is Ryan Burns,
Right.
her new boyfriend.
Yeah.
So he thought that it was weird that she changed the color of her hair.
Okay.
And she arrived at his house on June 5th. Travis died on June 4th.
Okay, that's what I was
so
wondering.
So it was one day after.
Okay, okay, I was wondering the timeline. Okay, that's right. Yes. You already said all that.
That's okay. Are you
nope.
You're not confused?
Nope, not at all.
Okay. So he was like, that was super weird. She also had a cut on one of her fingers that she claimed that she got from bartending.
Okay.
After the statement from Ryan, the result of the SD card from the camera came back. And they were able
cool pics.
They were able to retrieve all the pictures.
Okay.
And it had some pretty shocking evidence in it. Detective Flores decided to drive up to Siskiyou County Sheriff Department to speak with Jodi in person on July 14th, 2008. So he is like, all right, you know what? I'm going to go talk to her in person. So it's not over the phone. Let's just go take
get a better read
drive.
On someone too.
True. So the next day they met, and she was like so nonchalant about this. Like, if someone brought me into like
as a murder suspect,
brought in for questioning, I would be like a freaking nervous wreck.
Even if you didn't do it.
Yeah, she was just like, blah, 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 like no big deal. So Jodi explained that her route from Northern California to Southern California to Salt Lake City. So Northern is up here, Southern is down here, Salt Lake City's like in the middle.
Okay.
But over, because it's the next state. So Jodi explained at one point that she slept in her car, and she also got lost at one point. The detective explained even if she slept for 10 hours in her car, she still had enough time from when she left to when she went to Southern California to when she went to Salt Lake City.
Okay.
And arrive in Salt Lake City at 11 a.m.
Okay.
So he's like, even if you slept in your car for 10 solid hours, which that's a really long time, you still had time to travel over to Mesa, Arizona.
Yeah.
So she's like, but that didn't happen. And so a family...
You need an alibi, honey.
Yeah, right? A family member had supplied a sample of their blood for DNA matching without Jodi knowing. So someone came in and provided a DNA match for them. And Flores told her that they have her hair and blood samples from the crime scene that match her DNA. And she was like, well, no, like my blood and hair are going to be all over that apartment.
Right.
And she's not wrong.
Yeah, exactly, because she's slept with him before.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah, but they're like, it's, I understand what she's saying, because that's one of my fears is like,
right.
Going
you go to the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah,
and then DNA's there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, crap. It was just there 2 weeks ago.
I went over there to pick up something from Craigslist.
My shoe print's probably there.
Yeah. Come in.
No, we are recording. Out. We are recording. We are doing our podcast right now. What do you want? No. Out. Dad is downstairs. You can go talk to Dad. And you're not getting a snack until you get home. You just had dinner. We don't have anything here, Charlotte. And you're not going to eat Miss Amy's snacks. You can have a snack when you get home. You already had a snack. Sorry.
If you want to, you can do them for a minute because I need to find a surprise. Which I found it, but you can still do them. You're fine.
Trivial question, and it's gonna reveal how shallow I am. But before they book me, can I clean myself up a little bit? You're gonna be taken out the way you are. You should have at least done your makeup, Jodi. Gosh. No. Any chance we could get this person?
Natalie just poo-pooed her pants.
Okay. Yeah. Alice. Yeah, I can aim like. Oh, then some of them are thumbtacked.
A lot of them are fully
Yeah.
thumbtacked.
So a lot of them started falling as we're putting the stickies them up.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks way better in here than last time I was over here.
You're fine.
Yeah.
We'll get
This
you
is
a
our
few too,
view.
okay?
And back there's all of under that shelf behind Brady is all of his like Funko Poppets that he likes to collect.
I wanna start a collection of those for Natalie.
Yeah, talk to Rick about him because he researched them and stuff. No!
Poor Tony. He just wants to evolve now. Shoot, right, Charlotte.
Here, let me see.
Doesn't that one hurt? Is that the one with the yellow one?
Yeah.
Don't shoot your sister. Do not shoot your sister.
There's no rounds in any of them.
Alright, you guys are about to
No,
die.
don't do that one.
The
Don't
one
do
you
that
gotta
one.
be worried about is the
That one can't go in there.
How are your sisters? Are they okay?
Yeah.
They might need baptism. I'll go, but I don't know. My western's still pretty good. She's got her on her own.
She probably stepped into her pull-up.
Yeah.
We're doing the shadow.
Alice, go get Tony.
I thought he had him.
Had what?
Stop doing that. Is that the BB gun that you shot me with?
Yes.
Drop me in the dog cage.
No. No.
Emmy? The dog cage. Charlotte, hey,
No,
check the chickens.
Charlotte.
Gonna go.
Alice, go get Tony.
Love you. Mwah.
Charlotte, come here. Charlotte, come here.
Those ones go to the other guy.
Is it clean?
No, it's still wet.
Don't do that with that Charlotte. That's what I had to do for my pulmonary function test. They were miserable. They put you in a chamber too that seals you in, and they like keep a pressure inside of it, so there's no airflow and it's hot as fuck. And yeah, it sucks.
Say hi, Dad.
Even when I was like 30, 40 pounds lighter,
Hi, Mom.
it was still crazy. You sound the same. You just got lazy, buddy.
Alright. What are you doing? Cooking?
Cooking. Hey girls, you wanna watch a movie or something?
Rick, did you say thank you?
Yes, thank you for your help.
Natalie, you're going with Daddy.
You
You
too.
can go bye-bye. You can watch a movie at home. You can go home and watch a
Bye-bye.
movie.
Later, Tony.
You want to crash the ride?
Yes.
Okay, so I get your jacket.
Get your
Charlotte,
head.
get
You
your jacket.
hit my head.
Bye, husband.
They were talking like they were bonding.
That's so cute. What? I'm doing the podcast. Bye. Go. You're going home. What's that?
My phone. I was turning up the sound. Should we wait a second?
Yeah, I was thinking because I feel like they're going to scream more. But they're not, so. Of course. I'm so sorry.
For what?
Her pooping.
Why are you apologizing?
Because she took off her pull-up.
I don't care. You know how many kids have done that? Right in that corner right there where I used to have a porta crib, a kid wiped poop all over the wall. I didn't clean it.
I'm sure. That doesn't surprise me.
I did too clean it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you made someone else clean it.
No, no, no.
That's what you were
Oh, no.
saying.
I was joking, saying like it's still there.
Oh.
You know when you can feel like a pimple, like it hurt your, like the spot hurts,
Yeah.
but there's like nothing
There yet.
It hurts so
You
bad.
wait for it to get ahead. Like, I think if you rub them, they're supposed to, like,
Get more irritated.
come up.
It's just like
Give one on your back. Those are
Yeah.
the worst.
I can, when I put my shirt on, I could feel it, and I was like, "Ow, that hurts!" Like it feels like a needle.
I don't get too many of those on my back.
Yeah.
I get them like on my upper back if I do, and you can usually get them.
Yeah.
And if not, I make Josh get them.
Yeah.
The ones on the back hurt though.
Yes, they do. I normally will just leave them be if they don't hurt. But and like let them go by themselves. There they are.
Who?
Now they're outside. Unless Alice is still trying to get Tony.
Oh, we could probably go. They're done.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just like out of it for a second. I'm good.
You ready?
Yep.
Did
Did you get my Dr. Pepper? Oh.
we hear?
You know what they learned, Josh's
I just got lightheaded.
coworkers?
Uh-huh.
Also, if you're listening and you work with my husband, thank you very much. You're annoying. I guess they dip a lot.
Yeah.
And
Oh, they
so,
go the...
yeah, like without the dip can. And they've started doing that like at work. And so Josh spent like half the night last night trying to figure out how to do it. And he finally did it. And now like every 2 seconds I look over and like he's doing like this and it looks like something else. And so I make fun of him.
Yeah. No, I had a group of friends that they would do that all the time, and I would always ask why they did that, and they would always say, don't worry about it. But none of them dipped.
That's weird.
Yeah. Like, you're supposed to just, like...
Yeah, I can't do it that way.
I think that's just my wrist going back and forth.
I can make these 2 fingers touch. I can do that. Wow. Stop! It's happening again!
So, blah, 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 blah. And so she's like, that did it. Oh, we already talked about that.
So she's acting like super nonchalant.
Yeah, and her hair and blood are at the crime scene.
Okay. Yeah.
So then Flores shows Jodi some of the photos from the SD card. He shows Jodi some of the poses that he had made. Because in the photos, he, posed in them, like, naked.
Like he did.
Yeah, he was posing in the photos, and Jodi was, like, laughing. She's like, he wouldn't do something like that.
But
Almost like it kind of, like, made me think, like, is she claiming that's not him? Like, it's clearly him.
right.
But,
They have proof right there.
yeah, she was like, he would never do something like that. And then they showed her a naked photo of Jodi, and she said, "Oh yeah, that does look like me." It was just like,
weird.
huh?
So
How did I
weird.
get there?
I
Yeah.
don't remember that. But
Yeah.
she's blonde hair.
Well, that was exactly how
Probably.
she did have blonde hair then.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but it was just like one of those things that like she was acting like shocked that she's in these photos. It was very weird. So she then claimed, she was like, yeah, but that really could be like anyone because people could like Photoshop it or change the dates. Like the dates aren't always accurate on the photos.
I guess, but I mean, the dates could definitely be. But if it's on the actual card,
Yeah.
like if it was on a computer, maybe,
Right.
or like posted somewhere,
Yeah.
but like it's on the card.
It's on the card.
That's the original picture.
So, yeah, it was just very bizarre. So, even though he showed her a photo of her foot and a pant leg in front of Travis laying on the floor bloody, she was still saying, like, that's not me. And she's like, that's not even my foot. And they're like, it's literally your foot.
Like we're looking at your foot right now.
Yeah.
You have a deformed 4th toe.
So, Flores, it's funny that you said that because that comes up later. Not a toe, though. Flores was pushing and pushing, and after her refusal to a confession, he decides he had enough evidence to arrest her for the murder of Travis Alexander. And I'm going to play you the clip of her being arrested.
Oh, okay. Is it gonna come out good on the?
I think I'll just like
Incorporate it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. my makeup?
You can talk because, like, I'll play it.
Okay. What is she doing? Is she fixing her hair?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
She has to do her makeup.
She wants her mugshot to be cute. Did they let her do her makeup?
No.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Okay, honey. You go ahead. We got a dressing room right here. Like brushes, everything is already provided. Sorry, it's the knockoff brand of everything, but we have makeup here for
We
you to
are
be able to
worried
take a nice
about
mugshot.
the way you look. Yeah.
We want you to be able to take a nice mugshot.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Nice mugshots are important.
Who does that?
Yeah.
She
So,
does.
just to recap, if it was hard for anyone to hear, I'll put it in, but I know she says, I know this is shallow, but before you book me, can I please clean myself up a little bit? And Flora says, no, you're going the way you are. And Flores left the room. Jodi drops to her knees, does a headstand, and then sits back up and I don't think I showed you all of that either.
Okay, no, yeah.
Sits back up in her chair and sings the Christmas song, Oh Holy Night.
What?
She sits there in the chair and goes, Oh Holy Night, the stars are brightly shining.
It's in June.
Yeah. So she was finally brought in for her booking. She asked the person booking her, how does my hair look? Then gives a closed mouth smile for her mugshot. It's like the most shocking mugshot people have ever seen. Like, she literally smiles for this mugshot, dude. Jodi Arias.
Okay.
Arias. It's
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it looks like a senior portrait.
I know, isn't that
The way
ridiculous?
she's smiling.
I
What?
know.
She's got her head cocked
It's like
and
a yearbook.
everything.
It's a yearbook photo.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that just ridiculous?
Is that real? No.
No,
way.
I don't think that's
okay.
real.
Okay.
So, she tilts her head a little bit and they snap the photo.
Okay.
The second day of Jodi's questioning, they brought in a female detective hoping Jodi would relate to this woman. And Jodi shut down. She wanted nothing to do with this woman.
She was a guy's girl.
So she refused to talk to this woman and asked for Detective Flores to come back. So Flores got Jodi to open up a little bit. She told him she arrived at 3 a.m. and they went to bed. She confessed that she went to Mesa, Arizona.
Okay.
She said she arrived at 3 a.m. and they went straight to bed. Then they woke up in the afternoon and hung out in bed. Hung out. And that is when she claimed that
Somebody hung out. Sorry.
That's when she claims there were other people in the apartment. Travis was in the shower and she turned around and saw two people. She said she was taking photos of Travis and all of a sudden 2 white Americans were behind her suddenly with face masks, like ski masks on. They started to attack Travis and she ran to the closet. One of the intruders held a gun to her head and said, don't move or go anywhere. And then the female intruder started to attack Jodi and was holding a knife. While Jodi was struggling to keep the knife off of her, the female and male intruder started arguing back and forth. He said, don't kill her. That's not why we are here. He eventually talked her out of killing Jodi, but she did cut her on her palm crease.
Okay.
Like, the little lines in your hand. She cut her on the crease of one of those. And the detective was like, well, can you show me that scar? And she was like, well, coincidentally, it's on the crease, so there's no scar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. And then she also claimed that there was her ring finger was damaged. You're talking about toes, her fourth toe
Okay.
being damaged. It was her ring finger. To keep Jodi from saying anything to the police, they then threatened her family after looking at her car registration. They're like, "We know where you live. If you say anything to the police, we will kill you or kill your family." So after they said that to her, she says that she got in her car and drove straight to Salt Lake City. And obviously the detective did not buy it. He was like, "I've been doing this a really long time, and that is the most far-fetched story ever." Which I don't think it is.
I mean, there was a lot of details in it. Maybe it was just too detailed.
Yeah, that's true. While she was in jail awaiting trial, she took the opportunity to quote unquote share her story. She did an interview with Insider Edition, and I will tell you, like, this story shocked the nation because it was like this blonde bombshell being arrested, had like this gorgeous mugshot, it shocked the nation.
Yeah.
And they're like, how could someone like so beautiful like that do such a like a sinister act? So it was like white on rice. It was ridiculous. So she did an interview with Insider Edition, and obviously she told the reporters she didn't do it and said no jury would convict me. Jodi seriously would meet like with anyone. When I told you like everyone was about this story, she went on Nancy Grace. She loved the attention. And in 2009, she was assigned a court-appointed attorney. He said it was a very casual conversation that they had. It was almost like meeting someone at Starbucks and just chatting. He said it was very different compared to my other cases.
Okay. It's odd.
Hold on a second.
This whole thing is odd.
Okay, so I'm almost done. And then she started making like these bananas, like these absolutely out there requests for her court appointed attorney. All right. So she's not even paying this guy.
Okay.
And she was like, "Can you take care of my cat for me?
What?
Can you go check on him?"
What?
Like
That's something you ask like a family member or like a close friend.
She would call him daily, and the attorney's like, "I mean, I'm a court-appointed attorney. I get dozens of cases at a time, and so I maybe talk to one client like at least once or twice a week."
Right.
She was calling him daily.
Oh my gosh.
So it was just so bizarre. So after multiple interviews with Jodi, he finally made a breakthrough in the case. Jodi claimed Travis would emotionally and physically abuse her, and suddenly the two intruders were not part of the story and never existed.
Okay.
And she claimed that she killed Travis in self-defense. And that is the end of this week's episode for my story.
I really don't know the story.
So next week we're going to find out what happens and what she claims as self-defense and whatnot.
If it was self-defense, though, why didn't you say anything?
Maybe she was scared.
Why are you acting guilty?
Maybe she was scared. She's scared that she would get arrested.
Are they still here?
Yeah, they're still talking. Unless Rick is talking.
I just hope that he didn't let the girls go out there by themselves, but it's fine. I'm sure they're fine. He'll find them eventually. I'm just a worry.
I think I hear them. Do you want me to check my camera?
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Their ring keeps going off. They're coming up the stairs right now.
Natalie's just very accident prone, and I don't want her out there by herself. I guess Alice is probably out there with them.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Jesus.
He just yelled at Charlotte for... Oh, Natalie's with her. Alice is with her. Natalie's in.
Okay.
She has her little backpack on. It's cute.
Natalie does?
Do you have a story for me Are you gonna tell me about your dream before or after?
Your red light isn't on.
Oh, okay.
That's weird. I just turned it
Yeah.
on.
What?
It might be running out of battery.
What?
Where's the controller then? I'll turn it.
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'll turn it.
No, Alice, we want to finish this story. Is Rick talking too much?
No.
Okay.
No, I told Josh that if he needs to go, then just tell him. So,
Okay.
because he does have like school or whatever, but it's fine.
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, big boy, I know when I can know, or I know when I need to leave."
Yeah,
And
but
I'm
Rick
like-
is really good at keeping people.
Yeah, and that's what he told me. He's like, I hope I'm not. He's like, I hope I'm not there talking for forever. But if he's still there, then that means Josh should be fine.
He's not trying to be polite. Okay.
No, he usually can come up with an excuse to go, but I'm surprised that he's still here. It's a good thing.
It just like
It's just it's not that he's like mean or anything. It's not that he doesn't like him. It's just that he's very antisocial.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And he doesn't like to like
Engage.
push to be
Yeah.
antisocial
Well, and
or
then
social.
Rick is like the complete polar opposite
Yes,
of that.
I know. I've been here for like 2 hours before because your
He
husband
just
tells
won't
me his
shut up.
story.
Like people will be like, "All right, I gotta go to work," and he'd be like, "Real quick before you go," and then bring up a whole nother
But
conversation.
I like that though. It's I mean, that's how my dad is. Like it's nice that you don't have to force to make up conversation because
Yeah.
someone in the room can like
Always
engage in conversation.
Yeah.
So
find something to relate
Yeah.
you with.
Yeah. your husband's good at that. So
Yeah.
good job.
Thank you. I trained him well.
My dream. Do I want to tell you before or after? I'll tell you about my dream after.
I'm terrified right now. Help me.
I'm nervous. Okay, so I was originally
Hold on, let me fix myself.
okay. Yeah, get comfy or whatever. Oh, by the way, we got new chairs, guys.
We got
They're
new
super
chairs.
comfy.
It was our gift to
Anniversary.
ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, and we said earlier we kind of revamped the podcast studio, but like it looks so much better in here.
It does. So much
So,
more
you
room for
know,
activities.
If you get on Patreon, you'll be able to see how amazing it looks. Why is my because my computer's right there. Okay. So yeah, it looks awesome. So
we got a tapestry.
We both got our logos behind us now, which we kind of have to change because
I
we've.
know.
If you guys have noticed, we have made slight changes to our logo because of possible issues
We
that
were being
could
sued
possibly
by
have.
Warner Brothers.
We're so famous that we were being sued by
Hasbro's.
Not really, guys, but we were just trying to be careful.
Yeah, we didn't want to get sued.
Yeah.
When we are famous.
Yeah. Because we're gonna make tons of money. What?
Should we mention that we were going to have someone really big on our podcast?
I was thinking about
Like,
that.
Amping it up.
I feel like we should do it the episode before, because I don't want to amp it up too much.
Okay, if it
And
doesn't
then have
happen.
people like, well, no, he said he's good for his word.
Okay.
He said he will be here no matter what. So
But, I
um,
mean, really, that's only 4 episodes away.
is it?
Yeah.
Makes me nervous.
This
And I
is-
know
we got-
him. It makes me nervous, and I know him.
Not even, because we're recording the 30th. That's only...
I think we should say another 2 episodes, maybe after the anniversary episode.
after next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, they're constantly going up and down. Okay, so my story this week, as I said, that this comes out on 9/11, and my original goal was to try to find something relating to like 9/11. I was trying to find like haunted fire stations, which I did. There are tons of different fire stations that are haunted.
Does it look
Um,
like I'm making out with the mic?
You kind of do, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
So they just weren't going to be long enough stories.
Right.
And plus, like I said, I get kind of emotional on that topic.
Yeah.
And the story that I chose, I originally wanted to do for our anniversary episode. And Amy's going to kill me.
What are you gonna do for the anniversary then?
Oh, I
You
already
already
know.
okay.
I don't want to tell. I don't want to tell you. Um. So I wanted to surprise Amy because it's one that I've been terrified to do. But I mean, if you know the surprise is coming, then it's not really as scary. So I figured I'd just really surprise you, scare the piss out of you. So I'm gonna do Peggy the doll.
Shut up.
um,
Did you feel like my hatred coming off of my eyeballs?
I felt hatred all week with this story.
Oh my gosh.
So, a forewarning to our listeners. This story is known as this doll is known as one of the most haunted and dangerous dolls in the world. Um, just looking her up has caused people issues. So just know before you start Googling and whatnot, um, people have suffered from physical and mental illnesses. And
I already have
if
both of those. I don't need
if
more.
that freaks you out, then go to episode 52. I apologize also. And also we completely respect. I'm so nervous to do this story. We respect the doll. And we are not whatsoever trying to be disrespectful. And again, sorry guys.
And let us know if anything happens to
Yes,
you.
please let us know. I hope nothing happens to you guys. I hope you enjoy the story. I hope it creeps you out, but I hope nothing happens to you. But please let us know. Because some stuff may have happened to me. I don't know. Anyway.
Hold on a second. I need to go pee. I need to take a
That was such a bad timing. That was the worst timing.
Did you plan that?
Oh no! Oh my god! Oh, my teeth are like trying to chatter. Oh my god!
the
My
worst
teeth are chattering.
Alice, where are you?
Don't say that.
What, Rick?
I bet you my children let him out.
Breeze cats or Breeze kids let the cats out like 20 different times.
Sorry. Okay. Do you want me to help? That sounds urgent.
no, I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? It wasn't you. This.
In advance.
My back. All right, I'm talking, and it looks like everything's good.
Hello. Okay. Okay. So, you good? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just really mad at you.
I'm sorry. That was my intentions.
Oh, I see how it is.
I knew you were going to forgive me. You kind of have no choice. We're neighbors.
We're neighbors.
Best buddies.
I
Podcast.
forgive you.
Work buddies.
I knew that this
You're
would
my
happen
work wife.
eventually. Rick calls me your work wife.
We're work wives.
Yeah, he says your work wife is calling.
Oh, I should put you in my phone as that. Work wife. Okay.
All right.
So,
Robert, nope,
Peggy
the doll.
All right. And remember, don't be disrespectful. So, in 2014, a woman in the UK, we don't have her name or anything, was experiencing terrible things and was unable to sleep ever since she had gotten a doll. So, this doll looks like any other ordinary doll. She's got a cute blonde bob and rosy cheeks and pretty blue eyes.
Okay.
She's very innocent looking and very cute.
Yeah. I've
truly.
actually never seen a picture of her.
I have.
Oh.
Don't look her up.
Okay.
So she had purchased the doll in a car boot sale. I didn't look that up. I don't know what that is, but it's something.
Okay.
And ever since she had the worst luck, wasn't sleeping, would hear footsteps in the home. She lived alone.
Oh, jeez.
And she could hear the bathroom light click on and off.
It is open.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't lock it. Dude, shit is already happening. I swear to God, I did not lock it. Is it a button press?
I wanted you to try this before I forgot.
What is it?
It's a pickle.
Is it spicy?
No.
Are you lying to me?
100%. No, no spicy.
What kind of pickle is it?
It's a Russian pickle. That was a lot of juice.
I got juice everywhere. It's on camera.
Is it?
Oh, that's really good pickle.
Yeah, Amy said the pickles from Costco you claim are the best.
They're so yummy. They're so crisp.
Better.
These are really good. Where'd you get these?
Delta.
They're freaking juicy.
They put like whole, like entire things of garlic and like all sorts of shit inside of the like thing. Like
The ones at
tons of
Costco
fresh-
are like super fresh tasting.
What?
You tried them at Costco?
They're not that great.
I love them. They're
don't
so
think
good.
they
I've
have
eaten
this
one.
flavor.
I've eaten like 1 to 3 every day.
I didn't care for the flavor as much.
I literally got pickle juice. I bit into it. He was like, "Try this." And
They're
I
so
bit into it,
juicy.
juice went everywhere.
Yeah.
We got them. They were
Thank you.
warm. They weren't that great. But then I refrigerated them and they turned out like 10 times better.
It's good.
Yeah, it's super juicy.
What is it? They have like an entire bushel of garlic in it, onion, peppers, and like all sorts of like. If you look at it, it's like entire vegetables.
Oh, you're talking about the jar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
The jar's like this big.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go wash my hands.
Okay.
I have juice everywhere.
But I kept forgetting.
That's what he said. Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome. It's just a habit. I promise you.
No,
Oh
he's.
my God, look how much juice I got on me. I got it all over me.
Your
Okay.
eye boogers are gross.
Huh?
Her eye boogers are gross.
Oh, speaking of, when I bit into the pickle, juice went everywhere, and then I laughed, and boogers came out my nose. It's like, ugh.
So embarrassing for you.
It is. I was like, that probably got caught on camera. Okay, so,
So she's super cute. The
super
lady
cute.
lives alone.
Yes. So she would hear footsteps in the home when she lived in the home. Footsteps going on in the home, even though she lived alone. And she could hear the bathroom light click on and off throughout the night. She had become so bothered by this doll that she ended up locking it up in a shed outside, and to add to it, she rolled it up in a carpet.
Oh.
She sought out the help of a local priest, but after 2 exorcisms, there was no improvement. By now, she was suffering from physical illnesses, coming down with fevers, fatigue, and even hallucinations.
Oh my gosh.
She saw that the only way to stop it was to get rid of the doll.
Right.
So she went on Google.
Should have been the first thing that.
Yeah, right? No one's going to assume that. You're not just going to assume that, like, you go buy an American Girl doll and, like, it's haunted.
That's true.
So, I mean, like, you can't.
That very much could be something that happened. We've bought a lot of.
Do you like that I put that in your head?
Yes, thank you.
And you have, like, 10 American Girl dolls.
A lot of them we've bought and used.
Oh, gosh. Sorry. So she Googled things about haunted dolls, and she came across a haunted dolls website and found a paranormal expert who would run it named Jane Harris. She had an organization called Haunted Dolls. The woman Googled... no, I just said that. So Jane was often sent strange things. It wasn't anything out of the norm. She was often sent, like, haunted things.
Yeah.
So she did receive the doll. And along with that, she received a letter explaining, like, the situation. So Jane decided to conduct some investigations and experiments on the doll, just like she would anything else.
Right.
Just 4 days into the doll's stay, Jane began to notice that her energy had depleted so badly that after 2 weeks, she couldn't even get out of bed.
Oh my gosh.
She ended up getting some relief when another paranormal investigator, Hazel, a woman named Hazel, temporarily took the doll off her hands.
Okay.
And Jane ran some more experiments and came up with nothing. So, like, nothing was happening. No like movements or anything, no EVPs from it or anything like that. So she had posted just a picture of the doll on social media with no description whatsoever. And overnight, several messages and emails flooded her inbox of complaints of people suffering from technology malfunctions, headaches, chest pains, hearing footsteps in their homes, and nightmares.
Oh, nightmares.
Yes.
Okay.
And like no description was put up of this.
Oh my gosh.
At some point, Jane put up a video on YouTube of the doll, and one woman named Katrine had reported suffering from a heart attack just 2 minutes after watching the video.
Oh my word.
In someone's dream, they had seen the doll petting their cat.
Oh.
And I'm
No, I
so
don't
sorry
like
for
that.
this. And then the next day,
No,
the cat
it
died.
No, it didn't.
I'm so sorry.
No, it didn't.
Rip.
It didn't. That didn't happen.
Rip. Sorry, baby. Sorry. With all these messages, Jane decided to put the doll into isolation and tell her to stop bothering all these people, and it actually seemed to calm everything down.
Okay.
Over 80 people had been affected.
Wow.
I don't know if I said that already, but
No.
a medium ended up contacting Jane and told her that a woman named Peggy inhabited the doll and was restless, frustrated, and persecuted in life. Not only that, but 3 other mediums also said very similar things.
Interesting.
They also said that she quite possibly could have had ties to the Holocaust and that she had died around, like, in the 1940s.
Oh my gosh.
Of some kind of chest condition.
Yeah.
To further confirm this, during an automatic writing session, the words Star and David had popped up.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it was discovered that Peggy also oddly hated clowns. Same. And crosses.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It's your choice, Peggy.
Sorry.
It's your choice.
Yeah. The effects that Peggy was having on people didn't even have to involve seeing her. People claim that just the mention of her light bulbs had blown out, and others claimed that things had happened after seeing her. So
Okay. Seeing her.
Just the mention
Or
of
just
her,
talking
but
of her.
even after seeing her, like, things would happen to people. So
Okay.
like the lady who had the dream about the cat, like,
That was after the
yeah,
fact.
yeah. But also, like I said, you don't even have to, like, look at her. You can just talk about her.
Right. Okay.
Sorry.
You're okay. I'm just a little paranoid.
Just paranoid. So... Okay, so part of these sessions, Jane would document things down in a journal, And sometimes she would publicize it because, she had this haunted dolls organization. After one of these sessions, the journal mysteriously went missing until it was later retrieved by her husband, who had to use a ladder to get it. I don't know where it was at, but I guess he had to use a ladder to go get it. So it was somewhere high.
Okay. Maybe like an attic or something.
Maybe, or maybe a top shelf somewhere where it was normally, or on top of the cabinets. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jane felt that the doll didn't want to get figured out and definitely did not want to be publicized.
Oh, boy.
A medium named Lindy decided to share information about the doll on Facebook, encouraging Peggy's anger, and claimed that her dog started barking and her face became hot and flushed, and she felt as if someone was with her.
Oh, my gosh. So, okay. Can you tell me what year this was again? Because you mentioned Facebook.
14.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
this is recent.
I think I said 14. Yeah, 2014. So this is probably more like 2016.
Okay. Yeah.
Where was I?
Sorry.
You're good. I just lost my spot.
For some reason, I was thinking that this was a lot older.
Nope.
Oh, it makes me want to throw up. And
Okay.
I'm sitting here, my ears are hot, and I'm like, is it because I've been drinking?
I know,
or is
right?
it-
I know. Everything that I think of, I try not, because I try, as I'm doing the story, I know everything that people claim that have happened to them. So I'm like, I've avoided trying to look at her picture.
Yeah.
But it's so hard in some articles.
sure.
Thank you, Daily Mail, for 20 pictures of her in the giant article that every paragraph there's a new picture. There's a new picture, and I'm just like, I'm gonna cover it with my hand. Read this part. Cool. Let's go to the next. Oh, there's another. Oh, there's my hand. Cool. Because I don't want to have a heart attack.
Right.
So who does? So the lady Lindy had basically disrespected her and called out Peggy on trying to get her to be angry and invited her to be angry.
Oh,
So after
wow.
she had done this, her dog started barking and her face became hot and flushed, and she felt as if someone was in the room with her.
Oh, my gosh.
So she apologized to Peggy and it all stopped.
Wow.
Eventually, Jane brought Peggy on Ghost Adventures.
Okay.
It's one of the other shows that they do called Deadly Possessions. It's all of the possessions that they have that Zach has.
Uh-huh.
And then also people will bring him things.
Oh, okay.
So she brought him this. And when she presented the doll, she had a sack on her head to hide her face as a precaution. He's like, what's with the sack?
But would that be considered disrespectful?
I mean, I wouldn't want to risk it. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter because she's already been affected by
Oh,
her.
that's
so
true.
I mean, she's just
okay.
she's doing it for other people out of
Okay.
respect for other people.
Okay.
And she's like, Peggy hasn't been around a lot of people. She's
Neither
not
has
used
Jessie.
to this. What?
Neither has Jessie. Okay, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Why she would do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So while interviewing Jane on the show, flies began to swarm around Zach's head, out of nowhere, and they're in
Oh
a
my
closed
gosh.
room.
Yeah.
And you see these flies starting to go, and he's whacking at them. You can see him on the camera, just around him and his head.
Oh, that is so
So
weird.
he's like, wow, this is weird. He's like, does this normally happen? And she was like,
We don't
definitely
know.
possible.
Yeah.
Then they ended up interviewing the woman who had suffered from a heart attack. It was really emotional, and she was traumatized still, and it was years after.
Jeez.
And they ended up doing a seance with her and trying to get her to get past her fear, which screw it.
She needs to go to therapy for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while filming, they began to
What? Did you pick up the Capri Suns? Rick? Go ahead.
I'm almost done. So while filming, they began to notice that the lights were flickering and all the cameras in the museum are always going.
Mm-hmm.
And the only cameras that malfunctioned were the ones that were in the room where they were doing the interview.
Oh, wow.
And this was even before they took the sack off her face.
Oh, jeez.
So,
Oh, my gosh.
yeah. So when she was revealed, the feeling of the room changed, obviously. Zach was super overwhelmed with emotions.
Yeah.
He was getting very angry and destructive, hitting things in the room. And in an article, I found that Zach had said, he said, I've met many haunted dolls, including Robert the doll and Harold the doll, but none have ever had this bad of effect on me.
Wow.
While doing that seance that I was talking about, the candles in the room started to jump and kind of flicker, and then a typewriter started typing.
Oh.
I don't know. They didn't check it, so I don't know if it typed anything.
Oh,
but
that'd be so
it was,
creepy
you
if
could
it
like
said
hear
something.
tick, 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 tick in the background. It was super weird.
Okay, Alice, I don't want you in here for this story. I'm being serious. I
Yeah.
don't want you in here for this story.
Thank you. I'm almost done. I promise.
Cool gloves.
Bra.
Finish cleaning your room.
It
Okay.
did look clean.
That's pretty good. Shit, pretty good.
Okay, so eventually it was decided that Jane had decided to give the doll to the haunted museum,
Sure.
and Peggy was built a special enclosure was built for her, and she was put in her own room. Cameras watch her 24/7 on the clock,
Wow.
and spirit boxes are recording all the time. So like if you go in the room, something can say something.
Oh, okay. So with the spirit boxes, those I know, I think I've asked you this before, but I just want to double check. It's like you can ask the spirit box something and it will respond to you, correct?
Not always, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes
But
off
it's
like
to-
radio frequency and it like random.
But it picks up what the spirit might be
Yes.
saying. Gotcha.
Yes.
And
yes,
puts it into English or
Exactly,
whatever
yes.
language. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, there's a spirit box in there. It's constantly being monitored and whatnot. And in order to go, like, in the museum, you can go visit normally, but to go in this specific room is not actually a part of the tour. You have to sign a specific waiver just to go into
Really?
this room.
Wow.
So, I stumbled upon an article online by Curious Times, and it was from a woman named Dee Dee Mason, who said she had been to visit Peggy at the museum. She had mentioned that years ago, when she first saw the stuff online about her, she had had a terrible migraine prior to seeing her. It wasn't like triggered by the pictures before she even saw her. And she went into the room, and she had a conversation. She said, and I'm going to read you the conversation. So it starts with her saying, "Hi, Peggy." The doll says, "Hi, Dee." That was her name. Dee says, "Peggy, do you remember a few years ago I had that migraine, that 3-day migraine attack? And when I gazed upon your photo, you instantly took my headache away. And even though you normally give people headaches or nosebleeds."
That's whoa.
And the response was, "I remember." And she said, "Well, Peg, I'm here today to say thank you for doing that for me, even though we had not met and hadn't become friends." The doll replied, "You're welcome." And she said, "Bye, Peggy, sweetie." And it replied, "Bye-bye, Dee. See you tomorrow."
See you tomorrow.
And that's all. Hi, Leon. Do you want to sit on the chair? I literally have like one more page left. Maybe one more page left. So that was something interesting that I found online. I thought it was a pretty cool, like,
Did
intelligent.
she go back?
No.
The next day?
Nope.
Did she die the next day? I'm very confused.
No, nothing happened. No bad. And it's just really weird that it was like that intelligent responses.
Yeah.
And more than one word responses too,
Yeah.
which is not in the norm.
And
So
very interesting that she took her headache away.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought that was, and I thought it was really cool that she went in there to thank her for that, because, I mean, it's just, I guess you should be respectful. So
yeah.
So since, what are you looking at?
He's
what
like,
are you
that
doing,
wasn't
you
there
weirdo?
before.
So since this is at the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum, I decided to do some Yelp I'm scared reviews.
He's like, that wasn't there before. Why did you guys change it?
Why has everything moved in here? So the first one, and I just got clips of people's reviews because there was a whole bunch of other things in all these. So I just got this parts that included Peggy.
Oh, okay.
So the first one is from an Ashley, and it is 5 stars. And they had said, this time around, the activity was poppin'. Peggy said, thank you, when I complimented her.
Oh.
She's really just a doll, sweetheart.
Oh.
A Maria gave 5 stars and said, you're such a jerk. Oh my God.
What?
Can I have Jesse?
No, come
paragraphs.
on, kiddo.
Can I have Tony?
What do you need them for? Yes, take Leon. What do you need them for?
Yeah, he's giving me the full show. Please take him.
What do you?
I need to go to the basement and grab Dad's spitter because I have stuff in my closet that I can't clean because I have a lot of stuff in there. And Dad said he will be forgiving if I grab his spitter.
It's okay.
Thank you. Okay. So the next review is from a Maria who gave 5 stars. And they had said, I had an experience with, I'm going to mess this up because I've heard of it, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Luigi's Lugosi's mirror.
Okay.
It's another haunted object in there. But my major experience had to be in the TV room connected to the Dybbuk box room. I heard a man 3 times in the same room with me. Remind you, I was alone, and I felt a heavy presence around me. I didn't feel anything in the Dybbuk box room, but I was sharing my experience with the tour guide. Peggy's spirit box went wild. As we walked and spoke to her, it changed into a male voice and told us that he was in fact the entity that was in the room with me before.
Whoa.
He even asked me to step closer to Peggy. Nope. Sorry. The guide informed me that she has never heard a male voice come out of the box and even said she has never heard Peggy ask anyone to step closer, and that freaked me out. As I stepped out of the room, I asked the energy not to follow me out, and the spirit box started to maliciously laugh at that. It was beyond insane. And
I wonder if it followed him.
yeah, right. The last review is from my Kara, and it is 5 stars. And they had said, we brought rosaries and other protective items. Smart. So we didn't experience much paranormal activity. But when we went to visit Peggy the doll, she said, you bitch. So that was pretty cool.
Well, because she doesn't like crosses.
She doesn't like crosses. Yep. And also mentioning the last story about the male voice on
Yeah.
the spirit box. I couldn't find anything in any kind of research about a male spirit inhabiting Peggy, but someone on a podcast had said that there was mediums who had said that there was also another spirit inside of her who was more malicious, and it was a male. So I don't know if I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't find that anywhere. I looked all over online, but I couldn't find it. So maybe that's what that was. Maybe it was the bad one coming out.
Right.
Maybe Peggy's the nice one.
And the one that takes away headaches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Our Aleve.
Yeah.
Sorry. So that is the story on Peggy the doll. I apologize if anyone had anything weird happen.
I'm bleeding.
You're picking something.
Yeah.
So about my dream.
Okay.
Before I even began to, I'd been planning to do the story. I told Amy about it. I gave her a heads up on it like over a month ago that I'd been planning on doing this story.
And I yelled at her.
She yelled at me. It's always been a story that's freaked me out, but also fascinated me because me getting scared fascinates me, and I love it.
Wow, I'm scared.
I love it. So last week it was Thursday, and I had went to bed last Thursday. Hadn't even started researching her
But
yet.
you thought about it.
But I had been thinking heavily about her because I was planning on doing her story and starting it soon.
Right.
And so I went to bed that night, and I had a dream that I was holding this baby doll, and it was a naked baby doll, and I was watching its eyes, and they started turning red like they were bleeding, and it freaked me out. And this baby doll was like following me everywhere. And I don't have dreams about dolls, guys. Like, that's not the norm for me. I didn't watch anything on dolls. Matter of fact, I was doing a story on the Winchester house.
Yeah.
So I had no thoughts about that kind of stuff, and it just popped, and I could not sleep that entire night. I was so I've never been so scared in my life of
baby
a
doll?
dream. Of a dream. I was so scared to go back to sleep. I was like, think about something else, think about something else.
Yeah.
So that happened. I don't know if it related, but also after I searched her a little bit over the weekend, and it just dawned on me this week that maybe that had something to do with it. I had this terrible migraine for
You
2.5 days. It was the worst migraine. It was awful. I hadn't had a bad migraine like that in forever. And it would not go away for anything. Caffeine, eating, sleeping, freaking tons and tons of headache medicine.
That started last
it was
Friday.
awful. Yeah, it started
Yeah.
last Friday evening. I left Amy's house and I told her about it Saturday. And it lasted all Saturday and almost all Sunday. It sucked.
Wow.
I don't know. It easily could have been coincidence, but I just wanted to mention that. I did not have anything else strange happen. I had no kind of computer or TV malfunctions. I was definitely free. Oh, my goosebumps!
Oh yeah, you
Yes.
kept getting goosebumps.
Yes, that's what I was going to tell you about. That's the one thing that really freaked me out. So I spent 2 days doing this. I
Yeah.
tried to do it as quick as possible.
Right.
Because, like I said, it's a freaky story.
Yeah.
Luckily, it didn't take long to do. And the entire time I would research it, I could not get warm. It's not that cold out. I
Right.
have my space heater at my feet. I could not get warm for the life of me. Like, I was just shivering and goosebumps all down my back. And I think I sent you a Snapchat
You did.
of it. And I have a picture. I took a picture, too, of me getting goosebumps. And I just could not stop them. And, like, when I finished it, I haven't had goosebumps since, so I don't know.
That's so weird.
I know, they were just like all up my back and down my arms.
Oh,
Like,
I hate that so much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was Peggy the doll.
Thank you for sharing that with
Thank
me.
you, and thank you,
Peggy.
Peggy
For letting us share your story.
Yes, and I hope you are enjoying your time where
Time
you
in
are.
Vegas.
Yes, enjoy your time in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the people. Think about this, Jody, Piggy. Those people are coming in there to see you.
Yes.
So
They love you.
they love you.
You're a sweetheart.
All right. Do you want to hear a neighborhood story?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm gonna. I wanted to share this one, but I think I'm gonna save it for the 50th our anniversary one because it's so good. So this one is from next door, and it says, "I was robbed in my home. I told the police who did the robbery on March 22nd, and they did nothing. They asked if I had a camera in my bedroom and bath. Do I look like a porno star?"
Yeah, right? I mean,
And the lady's name is Nancy, and it's a picture of an old woman. And someone replied, named Curtis, and he said, "Kinda." I thought it was funny.
oh, she's probably like, son of a bitch.
That's not very funny, Travis.
Come on.
Or Curtis.
Still, yes.
Accurate.
Accurate.
So we're gonna
I've been here for a while.
yeah,
Have lots of interruptions.
we really just are so thankful that you guys are here with us every week to listen to us talk and banter and share spooky stories.
Oh, we got our first complaint about bantering.
We did.
So we're sorry, but also we're not
Not
sorry because we
sorry.
put into the description that we banter.
Go listen
sometimes.
to Crime Junkie if you don't want to hear banter.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, we love you guys. Thank you very much for listening, and please
Yes.
continue to listen to us.
Please.
Don't go listen to Crime Junkie. Listen to What's with the Neighbors.
And to find us.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I'm so out of it. Maybe it's because I sprayed the room with sage.
Maybe.
To find us, you can listen to us anywhere. If you're not listening to your favorite streaming platform, you can listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, Google, Amazon, wherever. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Spotify. It really does help us. We just got another new review on iTunes. Super exciting. We'll even give you a shout out. Also, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. We're on
Oh, and
everything.
YouTube.
Oh, and YouTube. Yes, we are on YouTube. We actually have a full episode on there if you guys wanted to watch it. You don't have to be a part of Patreon to see it or anything. And we also have a Facebook group, What's with the Neighbors, and just to search us, just look up at WWTN Podcast. And we have a website, what'swiththeneighbors.com.
And on there, you can find a link to everything that she just mentioned, along with a link to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/what's with the WWTN podcast. And I do it every freaking
You
week.
do. It's okay.
Why? For $3 a month, you can be you can get our episodes early and exclusive content. For $5 a month, you can be our next door neighbor and get our videoed episodes unedited and early, along with exclusive content.
Early.
Feel free to slide into our DMs with any questions, comments, or story suggestions. Once a month, we strive to do listener stories, and it's true crime, paranormal, aliens, cryptids. We want to hear your stories. We want you to share your stories with us so that we can share it with everybody else. We want to hear your neighborhood drama. And that's at wwtnpodcast@gmail.com. And have you checked in on the neighbors?
What's with the neighbors?
Bring Amy out. Thanks.
Welcome, buddy.
Say hi, cat. Say hi, cats.
Say hi, cat. Hi, cats.
Hi, cats. Say hi to your cats for us.
Meow.
I need to send you the 50 episode of us.
I already got it. I already have it scheduled.
I sent it to you?
Not the actual episode, but the YouTube link. It's fine.
No, of us clapping?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Oh.
It's already scheduled to go out, and it doesn't